also I will use some brief introduction about HFM and FDME, how it does work, and we will see like end-to-end process in the business, how we will be using these applications. Okay, so HFM application. HFM in the sense Hyperion Financial Management. It is one of the product from Hyperion Suite. Because of in Hyperion Suite, we will be having multiple applications. These are all comes under Oracle Hyperion because of Hyperion acquired by the Oracle. So so that's what we call them Oracle Hyperion product. In this Hyperion, we will be having different applications. Let us say, just for understanding, I am giving the total applications information as base, planning, HFM, HSF, HPCM, FCM, HFCM, financial close management. In this again ARM and FCM, financial close management. These are all the applications. Again, we are having ETL tools like ODI, FDME, and another tools like metadata management, DRM application. These are all standalone. Now the situation comes into cloud. Okay, there is no one is not using, but some of the clients, they are upgrading to the cloud. There itself we will be having the application called as FCCS, PBCS, and FCCS, planning and budgeting cloud services. And this is like financial consolidation and cloud services. Okay, this is about cloud. We don't think about it. Just I am giving the idea about what are the new products in the market. So now we are moving into our Hyperion products. Here SBS planning is separate, who are working on SBS planning, and HSF is like strategic financial management, and the profitability and cost management. This is one. Like this is account reconciliation manager and financial close management. This application will be using, and this ODI is like a data pumping, like data loading from one environment, one environment to another environment, or one technology to another technology. And this FDME is like to load the data exclusively these Hyperion products, not for all other target applications. Only will be loading for these applications only. And DRM is nothing but like to be maintained all the metadata in DRM application. Okay, and now we are focusing on HFM and FDME applications. So these are the applications that we are going to discuss. And apart from these applications, we will be having some reporting standards, like some reporting applications also in the market. So those reportings are out in like HFR is one of the reporting tool, and as you said, SmartView is one of the reporting tool. And thereafter, we will be having OBI. OBI is one of the reporting tool to generate the reports by using these are all source. These are all the applications where you can do your analysis and the calculations and all in the applications. But at the end of the day, you want to pull the data from these applications and generate the reports in terms of like HFR reports or SmartView reports or OBI reports. These are all the reporting tools that we can use for Hyperion products. Okay. In this course, we will be complete like SmartView also as well, because of it is also one of the internal part for HFM. So we will be covering HFM, FDME, and SmartView also will be covered in that. And for all the applications, there is a security called as shared services. Okay, shared services is the another window, like window in the sense workspace URL or managing area where we can maintain our total security part. That will be also covered. So shared services means where the users, groups, and everything that they are provisioning to the users. I mean, like the roles are provisioning to the users. So based on that, the users can work on the application. What extent, what level of extent that they are having the access. Okay. Fine. These are all the applications. Now we are going to cover about HFM, FDME, SmartView, and shared services. Okay. So here comes to before going to yeah.
FDM as well.
Your voice is not good. Your voice is breaking totally.
Are we using FDM?
How?
No, my question is that, like, are we going to use FDM as well?
Your voice is not at all clear. Can you ping it over there at least?
Yeah, sure.
Going to learn FDME as well. If you are interested to learn for FDME, then we can keep in the part of FDME. Otherwise, we can go with HFM, shared services, and smart you. Okay. So, that is a separate session. We will be giving the modules like. Does the module of HFM covers this? No, that is separate tool. HFM itself is a individual course. HFM itself is a individual course, and this FDME is a individual course. So if you want to go for HFM, we will be giving like HFM shared services and smart view. If you definitely require this FDME also, we will be giving this FDME session also. How it is being integrated with HFM. That's what I am giving the entire end-to-end process now. Because of no one, everyone looking for only HFM application itself only. But that is not the good criteria that we would like to get a job. Because of, if you know the FDME, then only it will be easy to you to understand the total workflow from your ERP systems to HFM application. Okay. It's up to you. If you want to go for FDME, we will be giving the training on it. Or if you don't require, definitely we go with HFM application itself only. Okay. Just I am giving like total end-to-end process, like end-to-end workflow, from ERP to HFM application, so that you will be getting idea. So based on that, you can decide whether I want to go for HFM application, whether I want to go for both applications. Okay. So before going to create the, going to introduce like FDME, first we'll have some idea about HFM. What is HFM? We can call this one as a consolidation application. How SBase is different from HFM? Isn't it possible organization to go with SBase and not HFM? It depends, like it's not like a SBase application is different and HFM application is different and FDME is different, HFM is different, HSF is different, and these are all applications are different. There is no interdependency to one each other. So SBase planning, the person who knows SBase and planning, he can work only for SBase and planning and he doesn't work on HFM. If the person who knows HFM, he doesn't know about SBase and planning. So these are all individual modules. Who are having experience on which module, the person can work on that application itself only. Okay. So other applications, if you have experience, you are getting experience, more experience, and the years are going on, you will be familiar in all applications as well. Okay. So there is no interdependency from applications to another application. That depends. Like SBase, if you want to go directly, you can go directly only SBase. But market is good in HFM application. So all consolidations will be going around. Can we do closing reporting in SBase? No, we can't do that reporting, closing reporting in SBase. Because of financial close will be done in HFM application only. The monthly reporting structure or analysis that you can go on do in SBase, not in HFM application. Okay. No, we can't do consolidation in HFM. There will be aggregation. There is no default eliminations and translations will not be happen. You need to write the business rules to do the calculations, but there is no default functionality which Hyperion has been provided. that will not be allowing to do the default consolidations and default eliminations and default translations which we had in HFM application. SBase is totally different. Yeah, I mean, we do have like inbuilt HFM functionality. We have the translations, we do have the consolidations, we do have the default eliminations. I mean, like where we have intercompany eliminations that we can do, and we can write the simple business rules for like to do the cash flow calculations, to do the retained earnings calculation, roll forwards, and other all calculations by writing the business rules. We can easily achieve our requirement in HFM application, whereas in SBase, there is no limitations like dimension members limitations. We don't have it. So it's all about like aggregation, and you do analysis in SBase application. Okay, it's just for reporting purpose only. We can use the SBase. It's not for consolidation. It's not for others. It's just for reporting purpose, year growth or quarter growth or some other analysis purpose only. You can use for SBase. Okay. So that's what they had given like both applications. Otherwise, we would like to go only SBase to do all this HFM requirement also, right? So no one goes for HFM separately and SBase separately. So the requirements are different between these two. So that's what we do. We go for consolidation for HFM. Being from financial background, should I go with SBase or HFM? HFM only. SBase is a bit of technical kind of thing. So always be preferred financial background, go with HFM application. It's totally, this is about financial management in terms, I mean, like itself it is saying like Hyperion Financial Management. So financial management which deals about your financial statements. Financial statements are nothing but like profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow, and other some KPI calculations and all, right? So you can have good idea about like financial statements, how we are going to report in the market. Correct? So 10Qs or 10Ks are all we are going to giving by doing the consolidation at top level. It's up to the business requirement. It's up to the business requirement. Yes. If the business wants to go with only HFM, they can definitely go with HFM. They don't go for an SBase. If the person may like some of the companies, you can load the historical records. So who said me like who don't have the historical records? But when the business is started, then definitely you can load your historical records also by pulling from your ERP systems. So when the business is going to be started, then that time only you can start your HFM application and put your historical records and do the consolidation for them also as well. So that's the reason you need to put it as which year and period that you are going to start your HFM application being started. So from that onwards, you need to pull your historical records from your HFM application and load them into from ERP system and load them into HFM application. Yes, obviously. Yes, separate from SBase. HFM database is a relational database. It's not an SBase. SBase is like page dimensions, page files that will be created. Whereas HFM is having their own database. It is a relational database. Whether it could be like Oracle, it could be SQL, it could be IBM DB2. Okay, these are the databases that are being used for HFM application to keep all the records. Okay. But when I connect to SmartView, because of it's like you can connect SmartView, it will be asking why it takes me to SBase add-on. I mean, there are two things are there. In your SmartView, SBase add-ins are there and SmartView is also there. If you go for SmartView, then directly go to the panel and click over there, and it will be showing SBase, HFM, other applications, reporting and analysis, all applications will be displayed. I think you are working on old version. In the latest version, it is a shared services connection, a private connection. So which application that you would like to go and connect, whether you want to go for SBase, whether you want to go for HFM, whether you want to go for other applications, which application that you want to go, and you can have a private connection for that, and you can connect. Otherwise, you can select one of the product and select your respective application. Does that mean HFM is using SBase as database for HFM retrievals? No, it's not at all. HFM never used the SBase database. That's what I'm saying, like HFM is having their own database, relational database. Yeah, it's old version, I guess. It's old version, but it is showing like SBase add-ins also as a plugin, but it's not retrieving from SBase. It's like 11.123 or 9 versions, that itself you are having that kind of issues. Okay, that means like you need to go to SmartView option, like file options, and disable that add-ins. Like you can go here, file options, add-ins. Okay, here you can see go, and you can find the SBase add-ins, and you can disable them. Okay, so then thereafter you can see only the new options, not the old options. Okay, here you can go on disable the things, SBase add-ins or whatever the add-ins that you are having, you can go on disable them, which are not required. You can. SmartView is the only version that you can do the things. Add-ins, SBase add-ins and SmartView is different in old version, but new version you can do everything in SmartView. But if it is the new version of 11.123 version, okay. I'm not sure with your version. Yes, we have that. SBase we can have to connect to the, you can connect to the SmartView connections also. But which version that you are using, we are not sure, because of in latest version it is having the panel, and there itself we can directly connect to the SBase application. There itself we can connect to the cubes which are required that we want to connect. That we need to check, but which version that you are being used, and which version of SBase and which version of SmartView that you are using, we are not aware about that, right? There are a couple of things that we need to determine, which SBase version that you are using, which SmartView version that you are using, that we need to know. Then only we can have all these questions to be answered. Because of there are different kind of things. Okay. SmartView is one version and your SBase is one version, but it doesn't work. That's what I'm saying. If your add-ins are not disabled, then we can't do that, right? Your add-ins are not disabled. It's old version that you just simply install the new version of SmartView. Then both will be installed in your machine. Then you are using both of them, and you are using both of them. Then it obviously goes that way. And whenever you are using the HFM application, not HFM, when you go for the SmartView and you connected your Hyperion SBase application, when you click on that one and when you click on the cube, then only it will give the new ribbon of SBase. It's not SBase add-on. When you click on HFM, it will be giving the new ribbon called as HFM ad hoc. Likewise, it will be giving the new SBase ad hoc. Likewise, it will be giving, not as add-in. Okay. Earlier, SBase was used to retrieve HFM data. No, not at all. Earlier, SBase was used to retrieve the HFM data. Means your HFM data might be loaded into SBase. Okay, that is the reason. That's what you are pulling the data from SBase. There are many things in the behind it, right? So you need to know what the functionality is going on in your application. So retrieving HFM data, that might be you are as a working as a end user and you are analyzing the data by connecting to the SBS application and you are analyzing HFM data. But the backend, what they are doing is they are pulling HFM data and loading into SBS application for the analysis purpose, and you are retrieving the data HFM data from SBS application. Okay, that is the concept behind it, but it is not directly pulling the data from SBS about your HFM. Okay. So there are not many things in the behind it, but what is the application functionality, you need to aware about it. So it's not like pulling, that's your question that I understand. You are always keep asking this question like, yes, correct. You are keep asking this question means that was, I was thinking about like your backend team, development team loaded the HFM, pull the HFM data and loaded it into SBS application for the analysis purpose. You are simply retrieving from your as the end user and you are pulling the data from your SBS application and you are doing your analysis, right? So that means your development team always like pulling the data from HFM application and loading into SBS application. That is one exercise that the HFM development team is doing. Got it? So that's what you are understanding. Yeah. So that is, I guess, your requirement over there. I mean, because of you are working as an end user of HFM, you are working as a end user for SBS, but you are seeing HFM data. That's what your confusion, I guess. Correct? Okay, got it. So that is the whole idea behind it. I mean, like you are seeing HFM data from SBS application means they are loading your HFM data into SBS application. Simply, you are not retrieving the HFM data by using SBS. It won't help. Okay. Okay. Fine. Like here, HFM is like a consolidation application where we can maintain like our profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow statements. But this cash flow, profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow statements will be created and doing the consolidations in HFM application. But these are all the statements from where we can get the TB data, trial balance data. This trial balance data we will be pulling from our ERP systems. ERP systems are nothing but like Oracle EBS, SAP FICO, or any JD Edwards. All ERP systems, whatever available in the market, those we can use in the ERP systems. We can pull the data by monthly from the ERP systems in terms of trial balance data, or we can say like trial balance data. Okay, this trial balance data or GL data, we can say GL data, normally we can call them. So trial balance data or GL data. This data will be loading into HF applications by using the FDME application. So this FDME is working as a ETL tool and it will be pulling the data from your source systems and loading the data into your HF application at TB level. Thereafter, it will be, we will do all the consolidations and all we will be doing in HFM application itself only. So FDME is working as a ETL tool, like it is extracting the data from your application and transforming the data and loading the data into target application. Transforming in the sense your TB chart of accounts is different from your HFM application accounts. If both are different, then definitely it will go and load the data. I mean, like you need to do the mappings in FDME and you need to load the data into HF application. Here in HF application, what we need to do is, here we are having different dimensions. So say for example, here in HF application, we are having so FDME are database administrator people? No, we are the developers. So if it is a developer, it is the developer activity only. There are different team in database admin. So if I can go the total details, then only it will be giving total idea. I mean, like if I can explain the architecture of the HFM application and architecture of the FDME, then it will be covered. So now it's not been covered in this session. So when I go and explain the architecture of the I mean like FDME and HFM sessions, there is a what is client, what is application server, what is database server, then only I will be explaining all these things. Module means like no separate module for database admin. Database admin, who will be the database admins? We are not the responsible for database. Database team is separate and they will be taking care about the database kind of issues. Database team is separate. They will be taking care about the database activities. So, does that require separate academic certification for what? HFM, I mean if you want to go for certification, you can go for the certification. Database admin, who will be the database? I mean, what you are looking exactly, I mean like are you looking for an HFM application or database admin? So here database admin means that is totally different database. But if you want to go for HFM application, you go for the HFM certification. I see people sit in background 24/7 to ensure data is fetching correctly. Yeah, that is different case. I mean, like they are separate teams are there. We can have multiple teams are there in the in our environment, right? So there are infrastructure team. There is like our database team. There is like development team. There is like testing team. So one application we can have multiple development, multiple things are there. Yeah, it will be done. So testing team is there. So we need to know what we are learning. Okay. So for that only we need to have good exposure on it. To be database admin. What does it require to be database admin? That is like a totally database team means like you need SQL, PL, SQL, those kind of stuff on DBA. If you know, then it will be a database admin. Okay. Here in HF application we can load, and once you can do the consolidation, translations and everything, then you can fetch the data into SmartView. Okay, you can fetch the data into SmartView, and here you can retrieve the data into HFR, SmartView and OBI, and you can generate the reports. Here in HF application we are having 8 standard dimensions. Here period, view, ICP, value dimension, actual, scenario, entity and account, and some other custom dimensions we will be having. Okay, so these are our standard dimensions. By using them we can load the data into HF application in multi-dimensional way, not in a relational database way. You can create and you can load the data into HF application. Before that you need to prepare the metadata. This is the concept, like we are calling them as metadata. So this is all about that you need to prepare the metadata first, all about your dimensions hierarchies, like year hierarchy, period hierarchy, view hierarchy, account hierarchy, entity hierarchy, scenario hierarchy, value ICP, all the dimension hierarchy that you need to create them. Thereafter you can load the data, thereafter you can load exchange rates, ICP data, and then you can do the translations, eliminations and consolidations that you will be doing in the application. Okay, so these are all about like you can do but how you are going to prepare? In account dimension, you can prepare the net income statement and the profit and loss account statement and balance sheet statement, cash flow. In entity hierarchy structure, you will be preparing the consolidation hierarchy structures, like what kind of consolidation level you need to go. That information you can prepare over here. In scenario dimension, what kind of data that you are going to do consolidation, whether you want to go for actual scenario, budget scenario, forecast scenario. So here, how many years that you are going to use the HF application and how many periods that you are going to use. View dimension is nothing but YTD, PTD or QTD. What kind of view that you want to see the data. Value dimension is nothing but it will be covering about your currencies, what currencies that you are having in that application. ICP dimension in a sense, what kind of intercompany entities that you are having to do the intercompany transactions. So other custom dimensions, if you want to go for the detailed analysis, then we definitely go for the custom applications. So first of all, you need to make sure all the dimension members that are ready in the application, then only you can load the data into HFM, like metadata into HFM application. Thereafter, you do your analysis and all. And at the end of the HFM application, like you do have the workflow, like review analysis that will be done in HFM application also. Like we do have the feasibility to do the review analysis by using different reviewers. We can do the review analysis also to make sure that our HFM application data is being consolidated correctly. So that's the reason you can do all the things, and once your data is correct, then only you can pull the data into SmartView and generate the reports in HFR or SmartView also as well. Okay, this is like about the end-to-end process that we are going to have it. So any questions, please let me know, and we can go differently because of you have a lot many questions. That itself has been taking like 30 minutes. So definitely we will have another session if you want to require to do to go in detailed information. Definitely we can go have another session with that. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, in brief, I have given your questions only has taken like 30 minutes, so that's what it's taken time like 9 to 10. So I had given like overview only. What are the stages like that will be covered in future. Dev instance, QA, production, all the things are all there. So how is implementation? Implementation we can do because of you have the requirement phase, you can have the design phase, you have like the development phase, testing phase, and all you will be having. Then only it will be you will be moving into the production. Once done your UAT, then only it will be moving to the production. Okay, thank you. So, I will request to Srinivas to have one more session. So, at that moment, I will have more about your HF application and FDMA application at that time. Okay. Thanks. Thank you very much. Bye.